Welcome to another Maples and Milkshakes Board Game Cafe unboxing video. I'm Jim. We have a couple dozen boxes or so to open, maybe 15, I can't remember. One is definitely missing. Purelator only brought 5 of 6 boxes from one shipment. It's gonna make updating my website so fun. Anyway, let's get to it. No more whining. Let's see what all the fun stuff in these boxes is. All right, so it's been a while since we've had this. This is Nemesis. This is a great game by Rebel. I've seen this being played here at the cafe. People who have bought the game here have played it here at the cafe, and boy, it takes up the whole 6-person table, this one, and is it ever amazing looking. I have not had the pleasure of playing it yet, but hopefully someday they'll come back and I'll get a turn at the table when that's allowed, and that day is hopefully coming sooner than later. There it is. This is Nemesis by Awakened Realms. Next up, we have some special ordered Legion stuff. We have Dewback Rider unit expansion. That's a big Dewback Rider with some kind of trooper on it. Very cool. A Separatist Specialists Personnel expansion. That's got some minis in it and some stuff. That looks neat. And this looks cool. This is Priority Supplies Battlefield expansion. And look at all that neat stuff. It's in there. You get to paint all that, put it together. Very, very cool. There should be one more in one of the other boxes. We'll get to that. Then we have a restock of Clack, which is a fun kids game from Amigo. And we brought this in a little while ago and sold out. So here's I think our first restock of this cool game. Friends of mine have played this too at the cafe and they loved it. And I think they even took a copy home afterwards. Yeah, so another great recommendation from Dee at Main Street Games in Invermere. Thank you. Then a restock of Kahuna, which is a very, very fun 2-player game. And one that I've played a lot of over the course of the pandemic, where 2-player games are a lot easier to get to the table. So Kahuna is a simple area control game. You're playing the cards from your hand in order to allow you to place the little bridges, the sticks, between islands. And if you have a majority of if your bridges constitute a majority of the bridge spaces between leaving an island, then you get to put the little disc on it, which is like a control token, and you score points at the end of each round for, you know, the islands that you control. Very, very simple game. Very, very interesting strategy. Very easy to learn. Pretty quick to play. I think, what does it say on the box? 30 minutes. 30 minutes is pretty close. You could probably play it a little bit quicker once you get good at it. But the first game's 35 minutes is probably about right. We really enjoy this one. Then we have the Alien Warriors plastic miniatures. I think we brought this in with our last unboxing, and that one was for a special order, so maybe this one is going on the shelf then, if I remember correctly. What's this? Oh, okay. This is some clearance stuff that I brought in for Legend of the Five Rings for somebody who plays Legend of the Five Rings. So, very cool. Right. This box is already open because we had to take a copy out for somebody, but here it is. This is Santorini, New York, the beautifully strategic building game set in classic New York City. I don't know how to play this one yet, but I do know it's a 2 to 5 player game, which is very different than Santorini, which is a 2 to 4 player game, but even they recommend not playing at 4 players. So if now they've gone and made this 2 to 5 player, I'm hoping that they're actually recommending it at 5 players. I might actually be playing this one tonight, so I am excited about that. Santorini is one of my favorite 2-player games. It's an amazing abstract strategy game, and we have it here in the library. This one is, we're gonna have one of these in the library too, for sure. So that's Santorini, New York. And here's the rest of the Santorini, New York. And here is the aforementioned Santorini, the original. We had just run out of that, so here is a restock. Actually, no, we didn't just run out of that. We have one copy left because we have it next to where it's set up on the table over there. We have a bunch of demo games set up on our tables because people weren't able to play on them right now. But we were very, very low and we wanted to have enough for the summer, hopefully. So we have brought in a bunch more. This, like I said, is one of the best two-player games. It says ages 8 and up. Definitely appropriate. Like, I think you could play this with 6-year-olds easily, but also me and lots of other adults really enjoy this game, especially when you use the god cards that give each person a specific unique power, which is very easy to understand. The game itself, without the god powers, takes 45 seconds to a minute to teach, and you can play this game over and over and over endlessly. It's like a very simplified chess, and it's very, very, very fun. So that's Santorini. And here's a couple more Santorinis. All right, so first up, we have a new game. We have the Adventure Zone Bureau of Balance, a collaborative storytelling card game by Keith Baker and Jen Ellis. Very cool looking game. I remember researching this when deciding to bring it in quite a few months ago, and I unfortunately don't remember much about it anymore. But it does say here it is a 2 to 5 player game, takes 60 to 90 minutes. There it says it's a cooperative storytelling game inspired by the epically popular podcast and NYT best-selling graphic novels by the McElroy family. Combine decks to create a unique challenge and see if you and your friends can defeat the villain, recover the relic, and escape back to the moon base. And you can watch a game overview at theadventurezonegame.com. I love the art style, and collaborative storytelling games are a lot of fun, and I know certain people really, really love this style of game, so there you go. If you're one of those people, come check it out. We have that here in store and at meeples.ca. And then we have Age of Artisans. This is a special order for somebody around here, and yeah, they're going to be happy that this came in for them. Okay, now this is exciting. We have Dahlgaard's Gifts. This is an expansion for Trickerion, which we're going to see later on in this video. Trickerion is an amazingly cool Euro board game where you are where you play the role of a magician doing shows, and it's quite a complex game. I've only played it once. I have a copy of it. I think it might be at the library here. It is extremely cool, and it came out quite a few years ago on Kickstarter, and now this expansion is finally available here. And like I said, you'll be seeing Trickerion in a couple minutes as well. Very, very excited. All right, and here is Drinking Fluxx, the drinking game with ever-changing rules. This is a special order as well. So there we go. And then, that many Bruce Lee Unmatched, because we keep bringing this in 1s and 2s, and then they're gone the next week and I have to reorder it. So I'm getting a little bored of ordering this every week. So I thought maybe this will last 2 weeks. We'll see. Unmatched continues to be popular. It's not like we're purposely trying to have an unbroken streak of having unboxings with Unmatched, but I would be negligent if I wasn't bringing it in that much because it's just that good. So Bruce Lee, like I've said so many times, this is the one set that is not standalone. You need to combine it with another set. All the other sets can be combined with any other set and are fully playable on their own. This one is not. This is just a character that you can add on to any other set. Okay, so even more Legion. I forgot quite how many there were going to be here, but here we have Count Dooku Commander expansion, and these are long awaited. My goodness. This is the LAAT, I don't know how to say that, L/LE Patrol Transport Unit expansion. Take a look at that. That is maybe the coolest Legion unit I've seen personally. maybe even cooler than that tank we saw before. And there are 2 of those for different folks, and the AA5 speeder truck. So both this one and this one, they were first available for pre-order, and then they got removed from being available for pre-order. And there was questions about, was this even going to be made by Fantasy Flight, because Star Wars Legion is moving from Fantasy Flight to Atomic Mass, another company under the Asmodee umbrella. Board game drama. But no, it's come out from Fantasy Flight. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to start seeing Atomic Mass based Legion stuff, but I do look forward to it. In the meantime, more happy people playing Legion, and if you need some Legion stuff, just let me know and I can either order it if it's in stock or back order it and let you know when it comes in. All right, next up we have a single copy. I snagged 1 copy of the Miskatonic Museum, which is the first ever Mythos pack for the first campaign in the Arkham Horror living card game, cooperative game. So there we go. These are hard to get, so happy to be able to get that. Now I also have a new thing here. We have the Unstable Unicorns Adventures expansion pack. It says, pack your bags and embark on an exciting adventure. Will your journey leave you swimming in gold or plunging to the depths of Davy Jones's locker? So another expansion pack for Unstable Unicorns, which is a very popular and cool game. Now here, oh yeah, forgot about this. Organized play. So someday when things are better, then we're gonna have, like I've always said, I wasn't kidding, we're gonna have Keyforge tournaments, and this is stuff for Keyforge tournaments. So we don't have a ton of it because I have to tread carefully, because who knows when things are gonna get better and when we're gonna actually do it, and then how many people are gonna be available and want to do that kind of thing at that point in time. But at least this many people are going to be able to participate, and we'll see how that goes when that time comes. But in the meantime, we'll be holding on to this stuff at the warehouse, and looking forward to that day when I can tell you, yep, we're doing a tournament. So there we go, very cool. Keyforge organized play, it's a real thing. Also, we have open play, it says here, for Marvel Champions. So similar kind of situation. We've got a bunch of these, and at some point in the future we'll get to use them somehow. I don't even know what's in here, honestly, but yeah, there we go, a bunch of those. And then I missed, there's 2 more of these Unstable Unicorns expansion packs as well, so there's 4 of them. Okay, now we have the Castles of Burgundy new box edition, and at least one of these is already spoken for. I think just one, and the other one will go on the shelf. Castles of Burgundy is a very, very, very good game by Stefan Feld, and this is the new edition of it. So there we go, Castles of Burgundy. All right, so this is a special order, Adventure Games Monochrome Inc. It says here, a thriller in 3 chapters, a thrilling adventure set in the headquarters of Monochrome Inc., a biotech company with some nasty secrets. So it's a sort of a mystery game, and you use a helper app. It's from Cosmos. This is designed by Phil Walker Harding and Matthew Dunstan. Those are very, very good designers. And the person who ordered this is in town and definitely looking forward to playing it. So get it to them this weekend. Now we have some special orders as well, more special orders. We have Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Corpse, and the Alien Queen and Assets and Hazards 3D hard plastic miniatures expansions. So these are all special ordered. And then we have one more copy, which will go on the shelf. I think this is the first time we're gonna have it. Maybe the second time we'll have it actually on the shelf, because usually they're pre-sold. And then we have the Ashes upgrade kit. We had these up for pre-order on the site, and I think one of these is gone, and the other one, oh goodness, there we go. Why can't they just have it the same up and down, both sides? I don't know. Anyway, one of these is already spoken for, and the other one will go online and be on the shelf here at the store. So that is an upgrade kit for Ashes, so that if you had the original Ashes 1.0, you can now play with that original stuff, just upgrading bits that you need to upgrade. And now we have another, well, this isn't a special order, this was a pre-order, Imperial 2030, which is a very cool game. I have actually played this one, and it is a very, very tricky game and very, very fun. This is a Mac Gertz design game. It's been a while, so I'm not going to do a butcher job of trying to explain it, just to say that it is excellent, and it is much better than the rather basic art might suggest. It's not a game where you really even care about the art, honestly, although maybe you always care about art, but it doesn't have to be awesome art just to be a good game, right? Anyway, great game, Imperial 2030. Definitely check it out on Board Game Geek and watch some reviews. It is really fun. And then we have another copy that's going to go on our shelf, which makes me very happy. And we were able to get one more copy of After the Empire, which also makes me happy because we were down to one copy. And yeah, this is a very cool game, and I have in fact snagged a copy for myself, which also makes me happy. Last time I think I've told you guys that I was too late in getting myself a copy with the first shipment that came out a couple months ago, and now I'm able to have one. So this is one that I will be high on my list to play once I'm getting back together with friends playing games. After the Empire by Gray Fox Games. It's so cool. Oh, just love it. So many. Could be an amazing year for gaming if things go well. Oh, I'd be so excited. After the Empire. Then a restock. I don't think this was a pre-order. I think this is just going on the shelf. Concordia, which used to be one of my favorite games. I mean, it still is a great game, but I have too many favorite games, or one of my favorite games. But this is a great game, and one that we have played a lot at our meetup group and home game nights. You are moving your little guy around around Europe and Asia, and your boat is going to Africa, and you are building trading houses and collecting resources and trying to get influence, and basically you're collecting cards that are worth points that score in different ways. It's really, really good. A game where you really got to be paying attention. If you're not paying attention to what you and everybody else are doing, you're probably still going to have fun, but you probably aren't going to win tonight. And that's fine. But if you want to do well at this game, you really have to be paying attention. And that's cool because if you do have a bunch of people paying attention at the game, you can have a very competitive game. And this is so much fun. Definitely do watch the reviews for this online, because I know there are some really stellar reviews of this game. And even maybe watch a playthrough, you'll just be just enthralled by how cool it is. It's very, very fun. Concordia. All right, so Marvel United, we have a couple copies of this back in. This is a very interesting family game using the Marvel characters. I have not had a chance to play this yet. They recently did a X-Men version of this Kickstarter. It won't come out for quite a while, but it's bringing a lot more attention to this game, so we thought we'd bring it back in. So this is Marvel United. A year ago when we opened, we were having people ask us all the time for Jumanji, and I would look up Jumanji on Board Game Geek, and it would say that the game was made in 1995, and I would tell people, I'm sorry, that game is long out of print. What I didn't know is that nobody bothered to update Board Game Geek and say, actually, there's a new version of this game, and it just wasn't showing up at any of my distributors. But recently I saw it, and I was like, holy cow, that's the game that people have been asking me for. So here it is. There's one copy. We'll see if it goes. I don't know. Can probably get more if we need to. But yeah, apparently this is a decent game because a lot of people have asked for it. So I don't know anything about it, but there you go, Jumanji the game. And then another game that is surprisingly difficult to get, but hopefully now easier, because Spin Master has a new exclusive distributor in Canada. So hopefully Spin Master will be stocking that distributor more regularly. That's also where Marvel United, Jumanji, and the Santorini games come from, is Spin Master. And so Othello, this is a game I played a ton growing up, and I love this classic game. And we've had people ask for it from time to time, and sometimes they ask for it and we say, we're sorry, we just don't have it, and it's really hard to get. But now we've got a couple we're gonna put on the shelf. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. And I hope people find this on the shelf and want to take it home. So that's Othello. Okay, so as promised, we have Trickerion, Legends of Illusion. This board is much bigger than it looks on the back of the box. If I remember correctly, this is like I think it's like 6 pieces, so it's like 6 times the size of this box, basically. It's a huge board, and there's other boards and stuff. There's a lot going on in this game. It is a heavy game, and it is amazing. It is one of the most thematically tight games I've ever played. They did an amazing job of like having the mechanics of this game actually make sense thematically, and I just really appreciate that. So sadly, I've only played it once. I hope to play it again in the next year or so if possible, and yeah, I'm really excited to, for the first time, have this available for you to take home. Trickerion. And then a restock of Cosmic Frog. Yeah, so let's look at the back of this box. It says, you have arrived. You are a cosmic frog. You stand 2 miles high. You are invulnerable and immortal. You have a unique superpower, and you exist to harvest the land from the shards of Aeth so that the first ones can rebuild their world. What? I don't know. But this is a game where you're a cosmic frog that's 2 miles high. Do you need to know anything more? Nope. I don't need to know anything more, but you might, and so you could look it up on Board Game Geek. I know there's a lot of people talking about this game. It's very cool, and it's for 2 to 6 players. Takes 45 to 90 minutes. The box is actually surprisingly heavy, so that means it's jam-packed, full of goodness. This is not a toy, apparently, but I think it's a toy. I think they're lying. I can't believe it. But anyway, we have a few of these, and they're going to go on meeples.ca and be available here to pick up. Hooray. Okay, so the last time we got in Rush MD, it was only enough copies to cover our pre-orders, but here's the rest of our orders. So we have 2 more, and this is a cool real-time game. And yeah, if you like real-time games, check this one out because it looks very, very fun. Game by David Turksey, who, I don't know, I think he must have like cloned himself like 15 times because this guy comes out with so many games. It's incredible. He's like the new Reiner Knizia or something in terms of volume of stuff that he puts out, but good for him. All right, next up we have Bullet Heart, shoot 'em up puzzle action. And I don't know anything about this, honestly, except it's from Level 99 Games, and we had some pre-orders of this, and we brought in a couple more extra, and I like the art. So it says, let's look at this together. I got it the right way. You can never tell unless I look. Shoot them up. Assume the role of one of Earth's most powerful heroines as you settle their disputes with each other through excessive firepower. Use your actions to form patterns, clear your board of bullets, and assault the opponent. Keep up dealing with the curtain of bullets coming at you each round and be the last heroine standing to win. Each heroine wields a different power that changes how you experience the game. Control sound, paper, technology, gravity, triangles, and more. 4 game modes. Do a solo run and score attack. Have a free-for-all with 2 to 4 players. Form 2-player teams for battle, or fight each other's heroine battles boss mode by yourself or cooperate with others. So lots of ways to play this cool game, and the art, like I said, is really cool. And yeah, so Bullet Heart, I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it, but the heart is actually in the title. It's not just bullet. So 1 to 4 player game. It says it takes 15 minutes, and it says it's a light game. So level 99, there it is. And if you pre-ordered it, you'll be getting that shortly. Oh, that's right. I forgot this was coming back in. So pictures, this was the Spiel des Jahres for 2020, and for good reason. Amazingly fun family party game, and super easy to learn. We have this here at the cafe, I think 1 or 2 copies. So fun. This is one that I'm looking forward to seeing more people playing at the cafe once we reopen. And the talk is that's going to be next week. I was not holding much faith in that they would actually lower the release restrictions after the long weekend, but they're saying they will, so we'll see. But yeah, maybe people can come in and play pictures next week. That'd be cool. So this is a 3 to 5 player game, and you are trying to recreate some of these pictures shown on the cards with different components. And it comes with like shoestrings and rocks and sticks and different blocks and things like that. And using one type of components, you're trying to recreate a picture and have people guess which picture you're recreating. And you get points for each person that guesses right, and they get points if they guess right. So that's pretty much the whole game. But you do that a few times, and then you count up points. And it's so fun. It's very, very worthy Spiel des Jahres winner. Not very often that they ever get it wrong. This time they certainly didn't. So back to pictures. And then Hive Mind is a recommendation of Bill from Interactivity in Victoria. Bill is the co-founder of that board game cafe, and he was telling me, you know, later on in the year, there's going to be a resurgence in people playing party games because, you know, the pandemic subsides, people are going to start getting together again. So he was telling me this is one of his favorites. And I said, okay, well, I've never played it. We better bring it in, and we better put it in our library and find out about it. So I still don't know about this one, but this is designed by Richard Garfield, and that is would be enough for me alone to want to learn more about it. But it's also one of Bill's favorite, which is literally all else, the other thing I need to know. Bill has excellent taste in games. If he says a game is going to be a big deal, it's going to be a big deal. So there you go, Hive Mind, probably a very big deal. It's probably actually been a big deal for a while, and I'm just like totally missed out on it, so that's fine. Here's the other copy, so these are going to be both available. We might actually just take one of these for the cafe, we'll see. But yeah, there you go, Hive Mind. And there we go, we have even more pictures and another copy of Nemesis. This makes me so happy. There we go. Nemesis is back in stock, and so is pictures. And that means it's hopefully time for people to start coming back in and playing games. And that is all we have for this unboxing. That's all we have. We only had a whole ton of things and lots of cool special orders. Santorini, New York, very excited about that. And Cosmic Frog. Who wouldn't love that game? He'd be a 2-mile tall Cosmic Frog. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it. That's my video. I hope you liked watching it. And please come down to the cafe. Let your friends know that starting next week, assuming that the restrictions are lifted, that we will be back to our regular hours. So that means you can come in here in the evenings and play games with your housemates and your family. And I don't know about with anybody. I don't know if they're going back as far as the November restrictions and saying people are allowed to mingle with their friends. I don't know. We'll find out. We find out at the same time you do. And but anyway, it should be good. And I know our staff are looking forward to coming back, and I know we're looking forward to having them back, being open, having our full menu, all of that. So we've got lots of work ahead of us, getting everything ready, and look forward to seeing you in. Again, like I said, please tell your friends, let them know, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks. Stay safe.